the size of that thing. There's so many turtles, there must be about 20 of them. Right, we've got something very exciting to show you this week. We're off to Dirk Hartog Island off the west coast of Australia, and we're just currently at the Overlander Roadhouse in Hamelin Pool, which is the last chance for you to get some fuel before you start heading out there. We're gonna head out to Steep Point today because that's where you get the barge from to head over to Dirk Hartog. We'll spend one night there tonight, and then we'll get the barge at 7 AM tomorrow. And yeah, we're gonna spend 5 days in total on the island, and we can't wait. Right, so we've just turned off onto the useless loop road that will take us out to Steep Point, where we'll spend tonight before getting the barge out to Dirk Hartog in the morning. We've got about another 20 k's on sealed road, and then the rest of the journey after that's going to be completely unsealed, and then I think the road is going to be a little bit rough, and there's a few sand dunes that we have to get over as well. I'll just show you where we are on the map. So there's a map of Shark Bay, and we are currently here. So we're just turning off onto the useless loop road now, and we're going to follow that all the way around out to Steep Point, which is around here. Right, we're just at the part where the dirt meets the bitumen on the useless loop road when heading out to Steep Point. I'm just going to let the tyres down a little bit, and then I'll reduce them a lot more when we start hitting the sandier bits of the track. But yeah, it's going to take us maybe 2 to 3 hours to get out to Steep Point from here, and yeah, we're looking forward to it. And just a heads up, when you start heading out here, you won't get any phone reception at all. I don't think we're going to have any for the next week or so. You might, I don't know if you get some at Steep Point, I'm not too sure, but we're just going to assume that we don't. Just make sure you've got all the essentials that you need before you turn off from the Overlander Roadhouse in Hamelin Pool. Make sure you've got enough water, enough fuel, enough food to see you out for your duration of your stay. Yeah, we're just so excited to get onto the island now. So we're on the useless loop road, and you'll get to a point where it's like a pay station. You'll pay for your park entry fees. We've already got WA Park, what do you call it? Pass. Yeah, WA Park Pass. We've already got that. We bought an annual one because it'll save us money in the long run. But here just has some information about the park, and there's a little bit of information on this board about like reducing your tyre pressures and how to drive in the soft sand and bits and pieces. And it also tells you this is the point to start dropping your tyres down to 20 psi. So we'll do that now, and then if further down the track I have to drop in a little bit more to get over the sand dunes, I will. But so far the road hasn't been too bad. Like it's a gravel road, a little bit of corrugation, but it's not been too bad at all. I've been in two-wheel drive the whole time. So when you pull over to pay the park entry fee and reduce your tyre pressures on the useless loop road, it's always a good opportunity to just have a little look around your car. I'm just having a little look around, just noticed a couple of little nuts on my ball bar and stuff have just come a little bit loose. Not loose, but like if I left them, they probably would rattle themselves loose. So I'm just going to go around, just tighten a few little bits and pieces up, check everything's okay, and then yeah, we'll carry on to Steep Point. Right, when you're out on the way to Steep Point, where you pay for the fees at the pay station, drop your just tyres to 20, because straight after that the road does get very corrugated. But I stayed in two-wheel drive until this point, and now it says engage full drive, maximum tyre pressure is 20 psi. Got 21 k's to go, and I think this is going to be the worst part of the track, so yeah. here, reduce the tyre pressures a little bit more. Probably going to drop into about 15. It's just starting to get really soft, so. And but you can incredible around here. Like you can see the sea over there, and the backdrop you've got sand dunes. So we've pretty much made it out to Steep Point now. That last section of the road was terrible. It was so bad. There was like sand dunes, like the worst corrugations ever. But yeah, just take it steady and you'll get through. But now, look at this. Oh. Right, we've made it out to Steep Point. Just checked in at the ranger station, and we're now in our camp spot where we'll stay tonight. And the boat's going to pick us up from our camp spot in the morning. Like, it is ridiculous. Look at the wind's a little bit gusty, but oh, look at that. Car there, the tent opens up onto that. We're just out here at Steep Point, the most westerly point of mainland Australia. We're just staying down at Steep Point near the ranger station because we're going to get the barge across in the morning. But this is about another 5k away from where you'll be camping for the night, so it's definitely worth coming out for the visit. It's so like beautiful, and the drive out here, it was a bit rough, but it's not too bad. It's definitely worth the visit. I can't film outside because there is a bit of a strong wind at the moment, but yeah, definitely come down. It's worth checking it out whilst you're here. What have we got for dinner?
Burgers tonight. All the help.
Good morning. We didn't sleep all too well last night. The wind was just blowing through here so much, it was just slapping the tent all night, just keeping us awake, but that's okay. We'll have a cup of coffee this morning and have a little bit of breakfast and get packed up, ready for the barge for 7 o'clock to take us over to Dirk Hartog. But the sun's just coming up, it's about 5:30 in the morning, and have a little look just out the window. My window's a bit dirty. I'll take you outside, but I'm going to take you outside, the wind's going to blow, so it'll be a bit crackly. How nice is that? Anyway, right, we're going to get ready to go. We're just about to catch the barge over to Dirk Hartog Island this morning. I can just see it coming across the water now. So it won't be long before we're over on the island, and we'll show you us getting on the barge and a little bit of footage when we're on the barge. But yeah, can't wait. just got off the barge at Dirk Hartog and we just made our way up to the homestead to have a little look. We're now going to push on through the island to Sandy Point where we're going to be staying tonight, and we're probably just going to hang out there for the day, and then we're going to start heading north further into the island tomorrow. So yeah, we can't wait, and looking forward to showing you what we're up to. So we're just on our way up to Sandy Point, and there's a part of the track where you have to go through the sand dunes and stuff, but the track completely disappears. So luckily we downloaded some good maps before we came, and it has a bit of a route to follow because there's no like wheel marks, or there's nothing, because the sand dunes are constantly changing because of the high winds and stuff. So yeah, we're just gonna try and navigate our way through the dunes, just following these maps that we've got, and yeah, hopefully we'll get through the other side. But it's yeah, it's a little bit more hot. It's a little bit more tricky than what I thought it was going to be. Anyway, all good. We just hit Quan Bluff South, or Quan Bluff Lookout. I think that's how you pronounce it, but I might be wrong. It's too windy outside to video out there, but the view from here is amazing. It's definitely worth stopping at when you're coming up Dirk Hartog Island. And there's a couple of beaches over there as well. It's got beach access, I think. But we're just going to keep pushing a little bit further north to Sandy Point. That's where we're staying tonight. We've still got a little bit to go, and it's pretty slow going on the island. Like it's you won't be covering loads of ground in a short period, that's for sure. And we had a section where we had some sand dunes where we had maps that was telling us to go one way, but I'm guessing the sand dunes had shifted, so we had to kind of like navigate our way through the sand dunes and find our own way, because it's obviously changed to what the road used to be. So we wasted a bit of time there, maybe an hour and a half, just trying to get through the sand dunes. But we got through eventually, and there's another group of guys behind us had the same issue. They were just trying to navigate through, and obviously their maps are telling them to do the same as us. Yeah, we've got here, and we're just gonna keep pushing through the island, and so beautiful. If this isn't on your bucket list, put it on your bucket list. It's so good. So this is Louisa Bay. It is spectacular. It's so nice. We're just stopping here for a bit of food quickly, and then we're going to keep pushing further north onto the island to where we'll be staying for the night. But definitely come in for a little stop. It's so beautiful. Come on, baby. So we've just pulled down onto Sandy Point, and this is our campsite for tonight. Look at that. Look at the colour of the water. And we literally just park up somewhere here, pop up the tent, and just camp here. Look at this. How nice is that? See the size of that thing? Oh, right, it's going back. Nice. Just had our first day at Dirk Hartog down at Sandy Point here. Sunset's just going down. Hans just had a little fish. How'd you get on? Did you get anything?
Throat too far.
Oh. All set up for later. Sunset. Beached ourselves. Doesn't get much better than that, does it? If you're wondering how we shower when we're on the road, we both get a 600ml pump bottle each every night full of clean water. Yeah, we've got a 20 litre container with us. It's purely just a showering of an evening, and that'll last us until we get to the homestead that we're staying at. When are we staying at the homestead?
Pardon?
When are we staying at the homestead?
The last 2 days of the trip, so Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, it's now Sunday, so we've got a few more days of washing out the bottle, and then when we get to the homestead, we'll have some showers there, I think.
And drinking water and flushable toilets.
Okay, yeah, so toilets, drinking water and showers there. But yeah, for the meantime, 600ml bottle of water each, just a shower off in the evening. And then we've got we've got quite a lot of drinking water with us as well, so that should last us. Sandy Point done. Had such a good time, absolutely loved it there. Had the place pretty much all to ourselves, and next stop for us is Whitnall Point, and we'll be staying there for a couple of nights, and yeah, hopefully it's as good as Sandy Point. arrived here down at Whitnall. We're just figuring out where we're going to be camping for the night. We're just seeing if there's a designated spot or whether it's sort of within a rough area. The drive down here wasn't too bad. Pretty much the same as the rest of the island. Like a little bit sandy, a little bit bumpy, but it's nothing you can't get through. I was going to put the drone up for the little drive in, but the wind today is just a little bit too strong still, so I might try and get up in the next couple of days, take some more footage. But so far, it looks beautiful. Yeah, we'll show you a little bit more once we drive down there, find our camping spot. Yeah, I think I'll probably do a little bit more fishing today. Might even get the paddleboard out. But yeah, see how we go. I don't know if you're about to hear this because of the wind, but I'm just out at Whitnall Point and there's so many turtles. There must be about 20 of them, all through here in the shallows, just popping their heads up. I don't know if you can see that on the GoPro or not, but I doubt it. So much wind, but there's loads of turtles just out here on the point. Tide's just coming in, so
What are we having tonight?
chicken, rice, some veggies. That's pretty much it for tonight. Pretty basic, but
No fish.
no fish, unfortunately. Yeah, no, I tried to catch a couple today, but nothing, absolutely nothing. Saw a few sharks and a few turtles, but that was about it. Yeah, nothing going on. Morning. We're just gonna do some coffee, have a little bit of breakfast. We'll probably have a little workout this morning as well. And then we're probably gonna head north into the island towards Cape Inscription. Have a little explore around there and see what else is around that area. And then we're actually staying here again tonight. So we'll come back south a little bit later this afternoon. And then we'll stay around here. But yeah, for now, we're just gonna have a bit of coffee, have a workout, and then yeah, have a drive north. Right, that's the workout done. Just gonna have a little bit of breakfast now, just some oats, some yogurt, some peanut butter, some nuts, some berries, and once we've had that, we'll probably just pack up the last couple of bits and then we're going to head further north into the island. Go have a look around, see what there is, and yeah, and then we'll come back here later and camp up here again. So we've just pulled in at Dampier Landing, which is on the northern part of Dirk Hartog Island, and there's a little bit of history behind this certain spot on the island, because William Dampier actually landed here in 1699, and there's a little bit of history behind it all. But you can camp here as well. You can go, there's some sand dunes here. We're just going to go for a walk over there. They'll take you down onto the beach, I think. But there's a big sign that says turtles nesting between November and April, so no driving on the beach between those times. But I think you can just camp out here. As long as you're not driving onto the beach, I think you're quite okay to just go for a walk along there and take a look. So we're going to head over there. But there's a plaque over there that just has a bit more history behind like this certain place on the island. Yeah, so we're just going to go for a little walk over the dunes, take a look, and then we'll head on to the other spots, Turtle Bay and Cape Inscription. So this is the beach down at Dampier Landing. The water looks amazing, but the beach seems to like drop off a little bit quicker than the other beaches that we've been to here. Like it seems a little bit steeper, so when it's high tide, like the water will just drop away pretty quickly, but still just as beautiful, and yeah, loving it. So this spot, it's got a bit of history behind it. It's pretty windy for us to talk about it around the outside, but this is the original spot that Dirk Hartog landed in 1616, is it?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of history behind it, and some other explorers have also been here as well. But if you're interested, search it online, it'll probably come up with some stuff. But yeah, no, it's interesting. If you're on the island, definitely come up here and visit. And there's the lighthouse over there as well.
It's a good view, but it's a bit hazy today.
Yeah, it's a good view. There's some steep cliffs, to be careful. But yeah, no, it's beautiful. So yeah, that's worth the visit. So this is Turtle Bay Lookout. It's not too far away from the Turtle Bay campground, but we won't go down to the campground because I think there's people staying there at the moment. But the view from up here is amazing. You won't be able to see it on the GoPro, I don't think, but you can see all along the sand where the turtles have been dragging themselves up the beaches, and then you can see like the kind of like the holes they dig out to lay their eggs in. The beach is covered in those, so there must be a fair few come up last night. So if you're staying at Whitnall, or you come down just for a little visit, on the back side, there's all these little beaches. And it is literally paradise. Look at that water. And all through here is just like little reefs. There's little sharks cruising through, plenty of turtles. And it's just amazing. So if you're visiting Whitnall, you're staying at Whitnall, just come on the back side away from the camping and just come down to the beaches and have a little look around. But definitely worth a visit. We're just gonna have a little fish, see what we can pick up. But it's so nice down here, it's literally ridiculous. Morning. This is probably the first morning that we've had since we've been here where the wind hasn't been like really bad. Like we actually had a half decent sleep last night, which was good. Got a bit of cloud coverage today, so sunrise wasn't as good as what it has been, but the wind is a lot better, which is great. I'm just gonna have a coffee and I'm just gonna chuck some fuel in the car just so we can get back down south of the island. I've actually reserved some fuel from the homestead, so I'll grab that when I'm down there in the next couple of days before we head back to the mainland. And yeah, so we're just having a coffee, just a bit of chill this morning, and then we'll start heading south again.
We've just packed up and we're ready to go. We've just been staying at Whitnall Point, which has been amazing. As you can see from the background, the tide's just out at the moment. But the beaches at the backside of Whitnall are even more beautiful. Like, the sea is so clear and you can definitely go snorkeling around there. We saw some turtles and we think we saw a few sharks actually as well, which was quite interesting and a bit scary. But now we're gonna head down south, and it might take us a couple of hours because we've got to get across the sand dunes. But we're heading towards the homestay so that we can stay there for the last 2 nights of our trip, and we'll go and investigate some of the spots down there, but we'll take you with us. We just have got to the track which we came on the way here, but the wind's been so bad that it's blown the dune, well, the sand, all across the roadway. So as you can see, Charlie's digging it because the car, we just tried to go through it and it felt like the car was just about to tip.
So we're now at Salty's campground at the homestead, which is where we'll be spending our last 2 nights. And you've got the Eco Lodge down there, there's an ocean villa, there's a bar that's open tonight for the last time of this year. At this campground you've got a little kitchen there, and then there's showers and a toilet as well. Limited water, but at least you can have a shower rather than bottled water like what we've been having. And there's also drinking water here as well. It's still like amazing here. Like, even we're still looking onto the ocean. We've got 2 nights here, go to the bar tonight for a couple of drinks, and then we'll be getting the barge first thing Friday morning. just gone for a paddle just out the front of the campgrounds where the homestead is and Salty's campground. Just going for a little explore, just see what's about. There's a couple of little islands just off, just out the front here, so I might just go have a little explore to see what's about. Might even get a snorkel out and have a little snorkel around. And there's plenty of fish about. Like when I'm paddling around, I can see them all, you know, swimming away and stuff. So yeah, no, it's beautiful here. Like it's so cool. Like the colour of the water and stuff. There's like a little rocky edge that follows it around, but the water is just amazing. So yeah, no, I'll go for a little explore, and if I find anything, I'll just show you guys as well. How beautiful is that? It's so nice, and the temperature is just perfect as well. There's a couple of small sharks right here in the shallows where I am. They're obviously just chasing the small fish around. There's a huge bait ball right in front of me. There's a few sharks around there. I don't know if you can see the bigger, darker shadows around the outside of it. They're not big sharks, but still decent size. And then you see the big, it's like a big circle of fish in the middle where they're all chasing. I won't get too close, so I'll just let them be. A little manta ray. Try and catch up with him. He's a bit quick for me, but I'll try. There he is, look. How cute is that? So it's our last evening here on Dirk Hartog. We've had a bit of a lazy day. Just been out on the paddleboard, a bit of sunbathing. Did a bit of fishing earlier. I took the paddleboard out to some rocks just off the beach. Caught a few fish, so we're just cooking it up for dinner, just to show you quickly. Oh, I've got the veg on the go, so we just put the fish in the panko breadcrumbs. So yeah, that'd be nice. And yeah, so it's our last evening here. We'll just get everything packed up, get everything clean, get everything ready to leave in the morning. So we've got to get the barge in the morning, but it's the last day that the island will be open tomorrow. So everyone's who's been staying here will be leaving. So there might be a bit of a queue in the morning. We're not too sure what time we'll be able to get off. They're starting at 6 AM. So I'm hoping we'd sort of gone by about 9 o'clock, and then we're gonna actually head back to Carnarvon. We're gonna stay there for one night. It's about 5 hours drive from where we are now, and it'll break up the drive a little bit, because then the next morning we're going to drive up to Exmouth, which is about another 4 hours from Carnarvon. But it'll be a good opportunity in Carnarvon to do some washing and clean a few bits up, give the car a bit of a clean as well. It was covered in sand and salt and stuff in the last few days. But yeah, no, it's sad. It's sad to be leaving Dirk Hartog. We've had such a good time, and we've met some really good people here. And yeah, no, it's been good, and I recommend to anyone. So we've done a bit of rice and veggies. I'm going to put some soy sauce on that, and then we're just going to shallow fry the fish that I caught earlier in the breadcrumbs. And yeah, it should be alright. This is our last dinner as well here, so we're just using up whatever we've got left really. Unfortunately, our time is over. We've had such a good time. The island is amazing. Like, it's literally paradise. But yeah, that's pretty much it for us. We're gonna now catch the barge back across to the mainland, We've got to cross Steep Point still, and then we will start heading north up to Carnarvon today, and then we're going to head up to Exmouth tomorrow. But yeah, we've had such a good time, and anyone who's thinking about coming over here, you definitely need to do it. But if you've enjoyed what you've seen today, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.